My favorite thing to do in VR is to pick things up and throw them. That sounds really simple, but when developers take the time to get the physics right and make items react realistically, or at least humorously, it can really go a long way. Enter Wolf & Wood, developers of The Exorcist, Legion VR, and A Chair in a Room Greenwater, who decided it was time to take a break from horror games and make a game all about picking things up and throwing them, and breaking them, and causing as much mayhem as possible.
We have a disturbance in 27. Please see if they need assistance.
Right. So you're here because you want fame and fortune, but your music sucks. That's too bad.
In Hotel R&R, you're a rock star who is signed to deal with the devil for fame and fortune, and all you have to do in return is trash all the hotels you stay at along the way. At first, all you've got is a stupid foam finger, which isn't terribly destructive or durable, so you've got to use whatever's available. Dishes, chairs, floral arrangements, anything you can grab to smash against anything else to create as much destruction as possible. Generally, the objects react like they should, although a few quibbles from previous Wolf & Wood games have snuck into R&R as well. There's the occasional physics issue, like this door that would rather break than open. And the button layout for full locomotion isn't totally intuitive, but it works, and if you've played The Exorcist, you should know what to expect. Anyway, back to the destruction. The beauty of Hotel R&R is that there's an implied time limit, but it doesn't start until you've made enough noise or caused enough damage to alert the maid. So take your time and really examine all your possibilities, because sometimes setting up your plan of attack is even more fun than the attack itself. Once you've alerted the maid, she shows up and tries to enter the room, initiating a minigame where you have to close each of the 3 locks as she opens them. The maid will eventually give up, giving you more time to get back to the chaos before the manager comes by. So then you repeat the lock minigame for a bit more time, wreak havoc, then GTFO before hotel security bursts in and kills you. It's pretty simple, but good luck getting a decent score from the get-go. To cause a serious amount of destruction, a lot of things have to happen first, and a big part of that comes from buying weapons and items from the pawn shop. There's hatchets, guns, an assortment of pills, and even a portable black hole. They're expensive as hell, but once they're purchased, you've got them for life, and each of them can be upgraded once for better durability and more destructive power. Plus, there's a whole series of objectives for each hotel that'll raise your infamy points. Hitting certain milestones will make the stuff you're destroying more and more valuable, and the more destruction you cause, the more money you make. So then it's back to the pawn shop for bigger and better, and often far more ridiculous items.
Remember, a smile is a curve that sets things straight. Okay?
The gameplay loop here is really satisfying, but I have to admit that as the hotel rooms got bigger and bigger, I found them to be less and less fun. The more cramped spaces allow you to really take advantage of fire and water damage, and the explosive power of C4, while I felt most of my time in the later levels was just spent running from room to room. But there's so much stuff to do in R&R that you might be too busy to notice. Visiting Purgatory, via elevator of course, reveals a series of minigames to play, everything from dancing to topiary, not to mention a party mode that really mixes things up with options for single-player challenges or local multiplayer. There's even a sandbox mode with no maids, managers, or security, so you've got no excuse not to learn each corner of every hotel room, giving this game a ton of replay value. I love the overall look too. Your character is super lanky with a variety of looks to choose from, while the soundtrack, as expected, rocks. The only thing better, obviously, would have been licensed music, for a Tony Hawk Pro Skater or Crazy Taxi kind of vibe.
I won't be long. I hope everything is okay.
Steven Tyler once said, "Anything worth doing is worth overdoing," a statement which Hotel R&R took very seriously. Getting through the campaign will only take a few hours, but when it's all over, there's still so many more challenges to complete, weapons to buy, high scores to conquer, and new methods of destruction to uncover that you'll definitely be playing R&R for a very, very long time.
I hear you in there stealing robes. I'll just let myself in. I didn't want to come in anyway. Can you believe they wouldn't let me in?
This is the manager. I'm gonna come in, and I'm gonna inspect the room right now.